JDF soldier killed in motor vehicle crash. A member of the Jamaica Defense Force (JCF) was killed in a motor vehicle crash along Camp Road in Kingston. He has been identified as 23-year-old Everett Hendricks of Breadnought, Ginger Hill in St. Elizabeth. The police say he lost control of his vehicle and crashed into a fence. The incident occurred about 12:30 a.m. in the vicinity of Bert's Auto Part. Hendricks, who was a member of the Marine, Air and Cyber Command, reportedly died at hospital, according to colleagues who via social media expressed condolence to his family. Police Commissioner declares that JCF will not return to a system where officers work in vacant roles without proper remuneration. Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake has declared that the constabulary will not return to a system under which officers carry out work associated with vacant roles without proper remuneration. Dr. Blake, who was speaking at the Police Federation 82nd Annual Joint Conference, noted that there have been 1,300 promotions since he assumed office last year. The commissioner noted, however, that while staff morale will likely be enhanced through the promotions, the main intention is to improve supervision across the Jamaica Constabulary Force. He charged those in these supervisory roles to take their duties seriously, as the constabulary remains committed to improve the quality of interaction between officers and citizens.
When there's a post for a deputy commissioner that is vacant, do you think that deputy commissioner's role is not carried out? When there's a post for a corporal, somebody's filling that role. Somebody is doing that job. And so it is important that we never get back to a point where there are so many available vacant posts and expect the world from the members when the remuneration is not there. And so we're not going back there. If getting people in the ranks, the appropriate ranks, doesn't equate to better supervision on the road, then you must agree with me it would be a waste of time. Let me quickly say, though, that I'm heartened by the number of commendations, comments, and feedback I am getting from persons on the street about police's interaction with persons they interact with on the street. And it is heartening. The change is obvious, but we still get a few that are concerning. And so we can't be promoting people, getting supervisors in place, and at the same time we have constables doing what they feel like doing and interacting with your citizens in a way that is not befitting of the organization. And so we need to be mindful of that.
May see 70% drop in murders compared to last year, Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake stated. Police Commissioner Dr. Blake says the month of May is seeing a 70% reduction in murders in comparison to the same period last year. The Commissioner gave the figures at the Jamaica Police Federation 82nd Annual Joint Central Conference. He said murders in May are at 37 in comparison to 110 murders last year. The Commissioner said that the good news, noting that the month of May has been a major concern as it relates to murders over the years. He noted that the country is also recording a 43% reduction in murders in comparison to the same period last year. The Commissioner said this is a continuation of the recorded reduction in murders since February of this year.
And as at May 27th, we're seeing 37 murders compared to 110 last year, the same time May. And what is profound about it is that May, if you look at the statistics over the last maybe a decade, May has always been a high crime month. We have studied it. We tried to understand what is it that caused May. And so we do a lot of things to try and change that, but nothing changed. We even went as far as suspending sports for 7 years. 7 years, remember, 7 years we didn't have sports. And those 7 years we still had high May. But this year we decided that we're going to take a different approach. We are experiencing a 43% reduction in murders. 43% reduction. February of this year, we celebrated the lowest month in, I would say 25 years, because it's 25 years since we started collating data like this. And when I did my check, beyond 25 years, we still hadn't had a month as low as February. So it was in more than 25 years. April quickly broke February's record, and we have a much lower month in April than we had in February. The first quarter of this year is the lowest quarter we've seen in 25 years.
Dennis Jong leaving JFF, heading to Fed. Dennis Jong is leaving his General Secretary post at the Jamaica Football Federation JFF to take up an appointment with the Financial Investigations Division Fed as Chief Technical Director effective June 2, 2025. The JFF, in a release on Wednesday, confirmed to reporters that Dennis will dismiss his office at the organization effective Saturday, May 31. His appointment to the Fed was announced by Minister of Finance and Public Servants in the statement as on Wednesday, which noted that the recruitment appointment process was managed by the Office of the Services Commissions. Dennis's appointment follows the departure of Seven Hale, who dismissed office in July 2024 upon the completion of his contract. Dennis brings over 35 years of experience in accounting and financial management, having served in both the public and private sectors. He is a certified public accountant and holds a Bachelor's of Science and a Master's of Science in Accounting, both from the University of the West Indies. Throughout his career, Dennis has held several senior roles including financial controller in various industries and as consultant. Notably, he served as project manager and head of the legacy operations for the investment team at Air Jamaica Limited. From 2018 to 2022, he led Supreme Venture Services Limited as Chief Executive Officer. Since November 2022, he has served as General Secretary of the JFF, which he was charged by the President with addressing the financial challenges being faced by the JFF at the time. According to the JFF release on Wednesday, since Dennis' appointment, the JFF has achieved the financial targets set and is in a much better financial position. According to the Federation, the targets include, among other things, being removed from restrictive funding by FIFA, securing a tax compliance certificate in 2023, and a payoff of all outstanding tax principal owing and staying current. In 2025, also securing a $66 million penalty and interest write-off under the tax amnesty, achieving a clean audit opinion, and on its 2024 audit financial statements, having eliminated the going concern qualification of first in over 20 years, improve internal processes and policies, and posting a positive equity position in March 2025, also a first in over 20 years. JFF President Michael Ricketts, in speaking on Dennis's tenure as General Secretary, said that I am happy that Dennis has achieved the goals of financial improvement in the JFF. The objective has been to get our financial house in order and then start to focus on the development of football in Jamaica, as it was always going to be difficult to have effective developmental programs with the financial challenges we face in 2022. I am sure that we will always be able to call on Dennis if we need his advice, and I certainly wish him all the best in the future. For his part, Dennis noted, it was indeed a pleasure to work with the President, and I am pleased that we were able to achieve the objectives we set out on. A lot of credit goes to the President, who had the vision of what he wanted to achieve, and that is where it stands, and the staff at the JFF, who stuck to the task and got the job done. It wasn't an easy road, but we were able to safeguard the financial future of the JFF and Jamaica's football. I am confident that we have the staff and the processes in place to continue on that trajectory. Dennis has also held directorship at several prestigious institutions, including the Bank of Jamaica, First Global Financial Services, and the Betting, Gaming and Lottery Commission. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.